And this afternoon, the All Blacks went through their captain's run at Wellington Stadium, and skipper Kieran Read says they've learnt from last year's shock loss to South Africa in Wellington, and they're braced for a Springbok storm.
Oh yeah, there's always lessons you can be learnt from last year. And that comes back to, I guess, our own approach really, our mental approach, and the guys who have played in that game will certainly be feeling it again. So it's nice to have in the back of your minds, but for us it's a new year and a new opportunity to go out here and play for your country.
Reid was also quizzed about a possible move to blindside flanker before the World Cup, allowing an in-form Ardie Savea to start at number 8, and the skipper seems reluctant to shift from his favourite position.
Oh look, for myself it'd be simple. Yeah, I could switch anywhere, to be honest, in this team and do it. When you gain experience and time in the jersey, it's not too hard to do that. So it wouldn't be too hard, and any time you just want to be out on the track. But look, I really enjoy playing number 8. That's where I see myself and get the best out of myself, and can't wait for that tomorrow.
Now, our faithful RNZ rugby reporter Joe Porter, of course, was at the captain's run. I asked him a bit earlier about the fact that a not so important match in a World Cup year has been sold out.
Yes, that's right. More than 36,000 fans will be here tomorrow night on what will hopefully be a similar evening to this. Sunny, glorious conditions in Wellington today. Of course, it is a match that doesn't have a lot on the line. No one really cares about the Rugby Championship this year. It means nothing in terms of the World Cup. Both teams are still trying to experiment with different lineups and settle on their first choice combination. However, there's something in the air, a Springbok All Black rivalry. The winner of this game takes bragging rights into that first World Cup pool clash between the two teams and a psychological edge. The fans must feel it too. The Springboks won here last year, a massive upset over the All Blacks. This year, they'll be hoping that the All Blacks can gain some vengeance and get them back on track, and also stop the South Africans from gaining any more confidence heading into that crucial World Cup clash. So fans are excited, and I think the players are too. It should be a bigger match than what on paper it should be.
Yeah, so Joe, probably the most interesting thing is this Richie Mo'unga at first 5 and Beauden Barrett at fullback. People are pretty excited about this. It's an experiment, but do you get the feeling it's going to be one that's lasting and we'll see through to the World Cup?
Of course, all eyes are going to be on this Richie Mo'unga at first 5, Beauden Barrett at fullback experiment, and that's just what it is. It is an experiment. It's hard to see Steve Hansen really sticking with this combination all the way through the World Cup because you simply don't have any backup beyond these guys to come off the bench. I'd say Beauden Barrett will start at first 5 in the World Cup. This is his team. This is his group to run, but this is a chance for Richie Mo'unga to get his chance to start the game, run the cutter, get some more exposure at international level in a tense match against an experienced and physical Springboks pack. So it's just more about giving Richie Mo'unga experience at this top level rather than him usurping Beauden Barrett as first 5.
All right, and we're just about 24 hours away from kick-off, more or less. What are your predictions for the match, Joe?
I think it will be quite a close match, closer than maybe many people expect. I think the Boks will come out absolutely firing. They'll recite a Bible passage in the players' tunnel before the game, and they'll come out bashing that Bok emblem with pride. However, I think if the All Blacks can sort of weather that storm in the first half, in the last 20 minutes of the game, they should be able to play expansively, run around some of these tiring Springbok forwards. And if Richie Mo'unga can control the game better than Beauden Barrett did last year here at Westpac Stadium, I think the All Blacks do win comfortably by about 13 points. I don't think this will be quite as dramatic as last year, with both teams experimenting a little bit more in this test. But you never know. It is a Springbok All Black rivalry, and it could come down to the wire. And let's hope, because it's going to be a glorious night for rugby, so let's hope the match is fitting of that.
That's our rugby reporter, Joe Porter, there at Wellington Stadium and basking in the sunlight. He's hoping it's going to be the same tomorrow night. So it's the Springboks and the All Blacks tomorrow night at Westpac Stadium. The other game in the Rugby Championship, of course, is the Wallabies against the Pumas.